The Standalone ACCR was developed as a replica of the paper-based form. It is the same form that is used in the ACAT system, and it will give you the practice and time to familiarise yourself with how it works. This video will go through the basic workings of the form and hopefully give you the information you need to start using ACAT with confidence. Place your cursor in the required box and click to select the checkbox. To uncheck a response, simply click on the box again. Validations have been built into the form to ensure that the information submitted is correct to the highest extent possible. In some cases, when you select a particular checkbox, corresponding boxes will be automatically populated. You cannot override these built-in checks. If you have a concern about a validation, speak to your team leader or coordinator, or consult the latest ACCR user guide. Drop-down menus appear 3 times on the form. For country of birth and main language spoken at home, clicking on the arrow on the right-hand side will display an alphabetical list of countries or languages. Using the scroll bar, you can scroll down the list to make your selection. Alternatively, you can type the first letter of the country or language you require in the box at the top and it will return some results. Using the scroll bar again, select the country or language you are after. For these 2 questions, you can only choose from the drop-down list. You cannot type in a country or language code. When recording a client's health conditions, you can select from the drop-down list or type in the 4-digit numerical code. As with country of birth and main language spoken at home, clicking on the arrow will display an alphabetical list of all the diseases and disorders. Use the scroll bar to scroll through the list and make your selection. Alternatively, you can type in the first letter of the condition you are after. Use the scroll bar and make your selection. You will see that the code has been automatically populated in the right-hand column. If you happen to know the code of the condition you are wanting to record, type it in the right-hand column and press Enter. You will see that the text associated with this code has been automatically populated in the left-hand column. Free text fields are available in Part 5 of the ACCR. These fields have an inbuilt spell check and will underline spelling errors in red. They have a limited character capacity based on predefined rules from Medicare Australia. If you run out of space, additional information can be attached as a supporting document. To manually enter a date, type directly in the field using the day, month, and year format. Alternatively, you can use the drop-down calendar. When you open the calendar, you will see that today's date is surrounded with a red box. To choose today's date, just click once, and it will automatically populate. If you need to select a different month, open the calendar again and use the arrows at the top to scroll through the months. When you've found the date you need, click once, and the date will populate. When you first open the form, you may want to reduce the magnification on which the form is displayed. You do this by clicking on the minus button at the top of the screen. The first page you'll be completing is page 3. So type 3 in the page navigation box and hit Enter. Here is where you'll enter the client identification number, the team name, and the assessor name. If you scroll down to the next page, you will see that the team name and client number has been replicated. All you need to do on the next page is type in the assessor name again and enter the ACAT telephone number and fax number. You must enter the 08 and then have no spaces between the rest of the numbers. You can now start filling in the form using the functionalities I've explained previously. If the client was able to sign, tick the checkbox's signature and was the applicant able to sign. This deactivates the Advocate Details area. If the client was not able to sign, untick the box and you'll see the Advocate Details is reactivated. Complete the date in which the client or the advocate signed the form. You can do this by typing or using the drop-down calendar. Once you have completed entering your assessment details, select the Is Completed checkbox. This checkbox is found in two places, on page 3 and on page 11 below the free text field for question 42. This checkbox triggers the validation to commence once you have pressed the Save Current Client button. The Save button is located at the bottom of each page, and it is to your benefit to use it regularly. Pressing the Save button will save the form within the PDF only. When combined with the Is Complete checkbox, this triggers the validation. If you're away from your desk for an extended period of time, you can do a File Save As and save the file on your computer. As a team, you would have agreed on a business process for the naming and the location for saving of these forms. You must open the file from this location to continue with your data entry. When printing the form for the first time, you must check one of the settings in the print setup. So go to File, Print, and when the dialog box opens, check the page scaling selection. It should say Shrink to Printable Area. If it doesn't, select that from the drop-down list, and then you are ready to print. If this setting is not selected, the header and some of the footer notes will be cut off. This only needs to be set the first time you print, as it will be remembered from this point on